Well, I think they're both game changers. I think they're both bringing a very, very different approach to industries that have been quite static. So, in the cloud world, we've got disruption against the traditional software model. You know, the way that the SAPs and the Oracles do business is being radically changed. I only have to pay for what I get, for what I use. I have an inherent flexibility. I have an inherent standardization that really doesn't happen in the traditional software world. And I heard the same thing again on mobile advertising. It's the new medium, it's different. Actually, there was a great example about the traditional agencies who, you know, frankly, it's a lot easier for them just to place an advert with, a traditional television company rather than put the efforts into mobile. But you know what? It was clear from listening to the speakers, if you get mobile right, that is making a bigger difference. We just can't see all of the parts yet. So yeah, it's really about disruption in what have been industries that have been static, frankly, for too long. I actually think that the common challenge going across both is one of mindset. So it really comes down to how many people get it. You know, if you're an IT leader, do you really get it? Do you understand cloud? Or are you scratching your head thinking, well, if it isn't cheaper, why would I look at this? But once you get it and you understand this changes the way we do business, it changes our business model, a lot of the benefits won't be financial year on year. There'll be agility benefits in the future. I can go faster. I can adjust a workforce up and down and provide services in a much more agile way than previously. I can actually avoid the traps of the past. And I think the same with advertising. You know, if you are of a mindset which is, I need to know that I get £1 back for every pound I spend on advertising, that's not really it. It's much more about how are consumers behaving? What do they actually do? You know, the sale that may begin with someone's mobile experience when they use their phone in the showroom and then eventually buy it on a different medium, you've got to see beyond that. You've got to join that up. So it really is one of mindset, and I think the challenge is actually getting people to understand why these are new models as opposed to just looking at short-term cash benefits. Well, I tell you what, the hottest topic that I see, and it was great, the reason I came today and I was keen to be part of it, is that this is one of the few events where you've got marketing folks and technology folks together. That in itself is a hot topic. Historically, we've been very different. You know, the IT people are kind of anal and very process focused, and we're binary, and the marketers are flamboyant and they've got ideas, and they're different people. But actually, the world that we're living in right now, it really comes down to data. We've got data that we can use in very different ways. We've got channels that are very different. Suddenly, you know, the marketers really need the tech folks to step up and help them, and vice versa. We've got to understand a lot more about marketing, about what's important, about how it works. So I actually think that marketing and IT and how we become better partners is a really hot topic in its own right. And you know, this forum I think is ahead of the game because clearly we're beginning to get it. And just look at the folks. We've got tech folks and marketing people. But it doesn't happen that often.